Namaste and welcome to my channel. My name is Hitesh and today we are going to talk about the wrists. In our yoga practice, the wrists are very important because we do a lot of postures that include using the wrists, and if you are having troubles with your wrists, it's a struggle all the time practicing. And let me tell you a little bit about my wrists. I had this weakness in my wrist, that the center of my wrist here, it will just get swollen from time to time. And the funny thing is that there is a fluid here that pops up from time to time, and it's the same with my mother. And also I saw one of her brothers having the same issues, and I used to have this issue for a long time until when I decided to take things in my hand and not blame everything on my genes. So some of the things that really helped me with my wrists. Now my wrists, even though they look very tiny, they're quite sturdy and I can do all sort of things on my wrists. And for the last 3-4 years at least, I have had no pain whatsoever in my wrists. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I used, but be sure that you will need a lot of practice, a lot of patience, and never pushing yourself too much. Very respectfully, very consciously treating your wrists, and regular building of those good habits will help you having strong wrists. So the first thing as a concept, what you want to understand is that you are a person who is typing a lot on the computer, on the phone, and so you are stuck here, even though you don't feel like, even though you don't have any direct pain from it or tension from it. Here the blood is not flowing as it should, and the nerves and the ligaments, they're all feeling stuck here. So first thing you want to do is just feel free in your fingers, in your palms, in your wrists, and see how free you feel when you do these things, or shaking your wrists side by side, shaking your wrists up and down. I used to feel pain even while doing it. Maybe some of you do experience some discomfort while doing it. If that happens, it's an indicator that your wrists are not healthy. Okay? So what you need to do first of all is that throughout the day, do this. Throughout the day, squeeze your fingers and spread the fingers wider and squeeze tight. Doesn't matter how is the rest of the hand. You can have straight hands, but focus on this and see how you feel warmth in your wrists. So this is very important for good blood circulation. And what else you can do is straighten your hand like this. Okay? And when you inhale, you are pulling the back of your palms towards you, even though you can't really move much, but you will feel a nice tension here on your wrist. And when you exhale, push the fingers down and then pull the fingers towards you, and you feel again this nice elongation. So with inhale, you feel this contraction, and with exhale, there is elongation. So you can do this 5 to 10 times. This will really help you. And then you open your palms and do the same. Inhale, pull, focus on the wrist. Your main focus remains on the wrist. Exhale and push like this while you are still pulling your fingers towards you. So inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. So this will help you. What else you want to do is when you put weight on your palms. Let's say I ask you to come in this tabletop position. Now when you're here, most people I notice when I ask them to come to tabletop position, they stay with their palms and fingers relaxed, and the weight is on the wrists like this. What you want to do here is engage the palms, spread the fingers wider and press the palms nicely. When you have, let's say, both hands are like this with your fingers wide open, see if your thumbs can face each other. Thumbs are facing almost each other, and your little fingers, your pinky fingers, they are going towards the edges of the mat. All the fingers have enough space between them. And now feel like you want to press this whole center of the palm firmly on the mat. So instead of thinking of your wrist, think of your palm. Press on the palm. Keep the fingers engaged. And notice how you feel. Do you feel more pressure on the wrist or less? Relax everything here and just hang on your wrists and then see. and slowly take away the pressure from the wrist and put it in your palms and fingers. Notice the difference? So what you want to do is you want to engage the rest of the palms and fingers, spread them nicely, and each time you're putting weight, you're putting the weight on the whole hand and not only on your wrist. I remember a scene from I think it's Yes Man, the movie by Jim Carrey, Yes Man, where he's playing with his child and he says, "It's a claw." So this is a claw. This is not your simple palm. So claw is strong. So be strong. Each time you grab the floor, you grab it nicely, right? This will help you. This is one single thing that helped me the most. Like literally, this is the thing that helped me the most, to always hang on my palms and engage my, some people say don't engage the fingers, some people say don't engage, but you know, if you're doing the crow pose, if you have to get here, let's say, there is a fear of falling forward, so it's by only pressing my fingers that I save myself from falling. So I don't know why people say don't use the fingers. For me, trying the handstand, trying any arm balance, my fingertips are really important. And if I'm doing, let's say, the same posture with my wrists, it's too much weight on my wrists. So you don't want to do that. You want to engage your palms when you are in downward facing dog position. You don't want to stay relaxed with your fingers like this. Engage nicely, yeah? And this will be a consistent practice for you, all the time engaging nicely. Some other things that you can do is hold your hand like this. And you see there is, the fingers are ending all the way to your wrist. Each finger has the bone ending all the way to your wrist. So you grab your wrist and you want to use your thumb and place it behind each finger at a time. So lower than where the finger ends, somewhere on the back of the palm, you will hold with your thumb and push. You can exhale while pushing. Push and feel the corner of your wrist feeling the stretch. And then when you will move your thumb from there to the fourth finger, you will feel the stretch going slightly in. And then you will press behind your middle finger and you will feel the center of the wrist feeling the stretch. Then you will move to your first finger and you will come with the stretch on the first part of your wrist. And then if you press behind your thumb, you are stretching this part. So you see, tiny wrist gets divided into 5 different sections and you get a nice stretch on all the sections. Let's do it nicely. You hold yourself here and then press behind the little finger, hold a bit, release. Press behind the fourth finger. Remember, you press behind the finger but your attention is on the wrist. Press behind the middle finger. Press behind the first finger, the index finger. And then you can hold from here and press behind your thumb. Let's do it from the other hand also. Holding your wrist, your palm is facing towards you, you hold your wrist and press on the thumb. Behind the smallest finger, behind the fourth finger, behind the third finger, behind the second finger, behind the thumb. So you want to do this as often as you can. This is something you can do. Remember, this is a classic thing. You do it all the time. Then interlace the fingers, keep the wrist closer and move the wrist. Start slowly, always. Depending on how is the condition of your wrist, start slowly and then you can go fast from one side to the other side. Your wrists need to be light and lively and take your time with the warm-up. So from each side. Squeeze, shake, side by side, up and down. So these are some very basic things that you can do. And now you can get into the tabletop position again and do some more stuff here. So let's do it. What you want to do from here, first of all, as I already said, engage nicely. Do not hang on your wrists. And now, when you inhale, lean forward. Watch my shoulders. The shoulders go beyond the wrists. And so I need to put more effort on my palms, on my fingers. You see my fingers are engaged again. And then with inhale, you come back. With exhale, let's do 5 times. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, come back. Spread the fingers wider. Engage your palms. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more times. You want to not feel all the weight on your wrists, but also on your palms and fingers. Keep noticing the difference. And if you do this like this always, if you have bad conditions, okay, we can stop. If you have like really horrible condition with your wrist right now, you're really suffering like I did, then you will need some time, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. But this is the healthy habit. You can continue with this habit, and sooner or later you're going to feel really good. Be mindful that your wrists and your knees, once they get injured, once they have any issue, in my personal experience in my body and observing my students, I've noticed that these injuries take a lot of time to heal. Also shoulders. Basically the main joints, they take some time to heal. Be patient. You are a yogi, so you are very calm and you're learning the art of non-attachment. I'm smiling because I know it sounds so simple and beautiful, but how hard it is, we all know. But that's the way it is. Patience and dedication and consistency. So what else we can do here? You can bring your fingers backwards. Now the fingers are facing your knees. And then as you lean back, keep the wrist grounded and try to lean back and see the nice stretch. Hold the stretch here and then lean forward so the stretch will be relaxed. And again lean back and forward. And lean back and forward. Let's do one more time. Lean back and back to center. Let go. Sit down. Slowly move your wrist. Slowly relax. And now, what else we can do? I think this is the last one. Let's do this one. So you will place the back of your palm. You can try with both hands at the same time or one hand at a time, depending upon how much weight can your wrist take right now. Let's start with one hand anyway. So now I'm gonna lean back again. I feel a nice stretch here. Don't lift it, because if you lift it, the stretch is gone. So keep the back of the palm grounded and feel this nice stretch. Hold it for a while and then release. You want to be careful and not go too deep, not stay too long. Just few seconds, 3-4 seconds, and you go back. One more time. Exhale when you give this deep stretch. Inhale, release. Let's do 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more. Exhale. And inhale. Now you can place this palm nicely. Change this one and let's do 5 times from this one. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more time. Exhale. And inhale. Sit down. Hold your wrists. Move them around. Squeeze them. And rest them. Okay, so in a nutshell, I would just like to give you a quick recap so that you can remember what we just did today. So I want you to remember to all the time have this area nice and light and relaxed. Okay, so because you're typing and on the phone or on the keyboard, you are feeling stuck here. So from time to time, you want to warm your wrists together like this. Squeeze here, take a ball, maybe that massage ball, and try to press here. Not the massage ball, it's like the stress buster balls that come. And then you have these things, right? And then you can also, this one we missed. So you can have your fingers like this and you hold and pull. Inhale. And with exhale, you press on the back of your palm. Inhale. Exhale on the back of the palm. You will do the same with this hand. Up and down. Up and down. Okay, you have this movement that you do. You have this movement that you do. Whenever you put your weight, you engage the palms and fingers. And if you remember this habit, do it all the time, then you will get rid of your pain. If you are a skinny person like me, if you have less fat and less muscle mass, and it's only like your joints, and if you know anything about Ayurveda, if you are like Vata and you are dry and you're cold, then perhaps you need to include also in your diet some more fats, so that there is less friction and more lubricant in your joints. That will also help you with your wrist problems. So I hope this video helped you. I really just felt like sharing this information, and I just started my camera and I started talking, but it comes straight from my heart to yours, hopefully, and you can re-watch the video again and again. And these are simple tips but very useful. They really helped me and my students, so I'm very sure that they will help you too. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Let me know in the comment section how is the practice for you. There are also 1 month long yoga challenges in our YouTube channel, so you can go and practice with me for the whole month. The videos are 20 minutes, 15 minutes long, so you don't need to spend so much time. Perhaps you can commit to that. Otherwise, I'll see you some other time. Make it a great day. Namaste.